What's going on, everyone? This is Dom, and today we are doing a dual unboxing and comparison between Apple Watch and Apple Watch Sport. And you may be surprised to find out that there is a big difference as far as presentation goes and also materials if you didn't know that already. So we are going to start out with Apple Watch, and this casing is made of stainless steel. So let's go ahead and get into the box and see how everything looks here. Pulling the lid off the top, as you can see there, we are presented with a plastic box, which we will remove and set aside for a minute here while we dig into the rest of the contents. Here we have the Apple Watch with the white sport band, and as you can see, we get an additional half to that band in case you'd like to adjust the size. And coming up next here, we do have some documentation stuff that you can read over if you'd like. Nothing really special here, and 0 Apple stickers. Moving along here, we do have our 5-watt power adapter, and finally our magnetic dock charger that will plug into that power adapter to charge up your Apple Watch. As we pull off the top of the plastic box and the Apple Watch is revealed, as you can see, it's set up very nicely in the box. The presentation is very clean here. It's kind of set up like a jewelry box essentially, and we have this little spacer in between the watch band here to hold its form while it's in the box. And this box is perfect for traveling if you want to store the Apple Watch while not in use. It's very compact, very easy to tuck away somewhere, and in comparison to Apple Watch Sport, which we are unboxing now, it's a completely different size. The packaging is different. We have this rectangular box which is storing the Apple Watch at the moment. So let's take off the seal here and open it up, and as you can see, it's just laying flat in there. There's not a lot that's special about the presentation here, though it is nice, don't get me wrong, but you're paying more of a premium for Apple Watch over Apple Watch Sport, and they want you to know that, not only by the materials but down to the presentation, every little detail. Another important thing to note is that the chargers are different between the two. So on the left side we have the charger that comes along with Apple Watch, and on the right side we have the charger that comes along with Apple Watch Sport. One has a brushed steel casing and the other one is completely made of plastic. If you didn't know, not only is there a difference in presentation between these two devices, there's also a difference in materials being used. And starting out with Apple Watch Sport, well, we have Ion X glass covering the display, but on Apple Watch we actually have sapphire crystal. While there's no difference in form factor between these two, there's definitely a difference in the materials being used to make up the casings. And on Apple Watch we have 316L stainless steel, while Apple Watch Sport has 7000 series aluminum. That being said, only time will tell the difference in durability between these two materials. There's also a difference in the back plate being used to house the sensors. On Apple Watch we have a ceramic back, while Apple Watch Sport has a composite back. And one thing that I noticed is that the cap that's on the end of the digital crown on Apple Watch actually color matches the back ceramic side. So just an interesting thing to point out. There is also a difference in weight between these two devices, and that may be a big deal to some of you out there, but starting out with Apple Watch Sport, putting it on the scale here, we weigh in just right at 2 ounces there, and moving that off, jumping along to Apple Watch, it's just under 3 ounces, giving you a little more weight on your wrist, which personally I prefer. Now, we've been looking at the 42mm version of Apple Watch and Apple Watch Sport, but if you want to see how that sizes up to a 38mm version, as you can see, the 38mm is much smaller and takes up a lot less space on your wrist, which may be beneficial to some people, but I personally prefer the 42mm look. As far as software goes, you're not going to find any difference between Apple Watch, Apple Watch Sport, or even Apple Watch Edition. The software is going to work exactly the same. You get the same feature set, everything like that. So that's nothing that you really have to worry about. The main questions are, which materials do you prefer your Apple Watch to be made out of, and do you prefer the presentation of Apple Watch over Apple Watch Sport? And keep in mind, there's going to be a price difference between these two versions. Is it worth it? Well, that's up to you and what you're looking for in Apple Watch. I personally prefer Apple Watch over Apple Watch Sport. I like the stainless steel look, but at the end of the day, this is a first-gen product, and you might be better off going with the lower investment in Apple Watch Sport. But let me know what you think about these two down in the comment section below, and leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, subscribe for my full Apple Watch review coming out in the near future. Thanks again for watching, everyone. This is Dom, and I'll catch you in the next video.